Refunds, disputes, and do-overs. A calm creator's guide to handling order problems. Every creator eventually gets a refund request. Here's how to handle it without losing sleep or sales. It happens to every creator eventually. A notification lands saying someone wants their money back, or worse, a chargeback alert from your bank. Your stomach drops, and a good sales week suddenly feels tainted by one unhappy buyer. Here's the reassuring truth. Refund requests, disputes, and even chargebacks are a normal, predictable part of running any storefront, digital or otherwise. They are not a verdict on your product, your pricing, or your worth as a creator. They're an operational event with a known playbook, and once you have that playbook, they stop being scary and start being a 5-minute task you handle before your coffee gets cold. Why refund requests are a sign of a healthy business, not a broken one. If you're selling anything at real volume, ebooks, presets, Notion templates, cohort-based courses, coaching calls, some percentage of buyers will ask for their money back. Wrong expectations, an impulse buy they regret, or genuinely just not liking the product. These reasons are as old as commerce itself. Digital products across the creator economy typically see refund rates between 1% and 3% of total orders, and higher-priced items like courses or coaching can run a bit above that simply because the buyer has more invested in second-guessing the purchase. If your rate sits in that range, you're fine. If requests spike well above it, that's a signal to look at your sales page copy or whether your pricing matches the value delivered. The creators who handle this best treat every refund request as a service ticket, not a personal attack. You wouldn't take it personally if a shopper returned a sweater that didn't fit. The same logic applies here. The 3-step response that diffuses almost everything. Reply fast, within a few hours if you can. Silence is what turns a simple refund request into a frustrated chargeback. Speed alone resolves a huge share of tension. Acknowledge without arguing. A line like, "Totally understand, thanks for letting me know," costs you nothing and immediately lowers the temperature of the conversation. Offer a clear next step, a refund, a swap for a different product, or a quick fix, resending a broken download link, granting course access again, within the same message. You can run this whole loop from store.fan's built-in inbox, which keeps buyer replies in one place, so you're never digging through your personal email to find an order number. Pair that with your customer list, and you can pull up someone's purchase history in seconds, which makes you look organized and trustworthy even when the news is, yes, refunded. The golden rule. A refund you process willingly costs you one sale. A chargeback costs you the sale, plus a fee, plus a mark against your payment processor account. When in doubt, refund quickly rather than debate. Refund requests versus disputes versus chargebacks. Know the difference. The key distinction. A refund request is a conversation you control. A dispute or chargeback is a process your bank or PayPal controls, and store.fan doesn't sit between you and that process. Money moves directly to your own account, so resolution happens on their platforms, not ours. That's good news. You're working with mainstream, well-documented systems that have clear evidence submission windows, usually a week to a month depending on the card network, rather than some opaque third-party wallet. Your best defense. Proof that the buyer actually got what they paid for. The single biggest factor in winning a dispute is evidence of delivery. Every order on store.fan generates a secure download link shown on screen immediately after payment and emailed to the buyer at the same moment. For courses and coaching calls, access and meeting links go out the same way. That time-stamped, automatic delivery record is exactly what a bank wants to see when a buyer claims, "I never received anything." Screenshot the order, the delivery confirmation, and any follow-up messages, and you have a paper trail ready the moment a dispute notification arrives. That's a strong argument, if you haven't already. To open your store, fan instead of manually emailing files after every sale. Manual delivery means no timestamp and a weaker position if a dispute lands. Automation isn't just convenient, it's your evidence file writing itself. Write your refund policy before you need one. Most disputes trace back to a mismatch in expectations, not a bad product. A short, visible refund policy on your store page heads off a large share of confusion before it starts. It doesn't need to be a legal document. A couple of plain sentences work. What's refundable? What isn't? Many creators exclude downloads once accessed, but stay flexible on courses within the first module. And how long buyers have to ask. Add it as a content block on your storefront so nobody can say they weren't told. A live example store shows how creators fold this kind of trust-building detail directly into their page layout without it feeling like fine print. Written refund policy visible on your store or product page. Custom checkout fields set up to capture order-specific info, cohort date, coaching slot, etc. Discount codes and sale terms clearly stated so buyers aren't surprised by final pricing. Customer list kept current, so you can pull purchase history in seconds. A saved reply template for requesting a refund, so you're not writing from scratch every time. Stripe or PayPal dashboard bookmarked, so you can act on a dispute notification the same day it arrives. The creators who stay calm about refunds are the ones who set up their systems before the first request ever landed. When to hold your ground, and how to do it professionally. Not every refund request deserves an automatic yes, especially once someone is weeks into course access or has clearly consumed the product before asking for money back. It's fair to have boundaries. Just communicate them without hostility. Point to your stated policy, offer a partial refund or credit as a middle ground, and keep messages polite and factual. Disputes are more often won on documentation and tone than on the merits of the case. If a buyer escalates into a chargeback anyway, submit your delivery proof and communication log and let the bank decide. If you're unsure how a scenario should be handled, don't guess. Check common questions or contact support directly. It's better to ask once than set a precedent you regret repeating. Turn friction into a trust-building habit. Here's the mindset shift worth adopting. How you handle a refund request is a buyer-facing moment just as much as your sales page is. A calm, fast, generous response often earns more loyalty than a smooth transaction ever could. People remember how they were treated when something went sideways. Some of the best repeat customers and word-of-mouth referrals come from buyers who had an issue and watched it get resolved with zero drama. That's not a reason to give away your product for free every time someone asks, but it is a reason to treat every refund conversation as part of your brand, not an interruption to it. If you're still delivering products manually or don't have a documented refund policy anywhere, the fix is simpler than it feels. Set up automatic delivery, write 2 sentences of policy, and save 1 reply template. That's the entire system most 7-figure creators run on. For more playbooks on running the money side of your business with less stress, check out the blog. Key takeaways. Refund requests are routine, not personal. A 1-3% refund rate is normal for digital products and courses. A fast, warm response resolves most refund requests before they ever escalate into a dispute or chargeback. Chargebacks go through your bank or PayPal, not through store.fan directly. But clear delivery records and calm communication are your best evidence. A written refund policy on your store page prevents most disagreements before they start. Instant, automatic delivery is your strongest defense. Buyers rarely dispute something they can prove they received. Start your creator store free at store.fan.